There you go.
We should be live.
Hello.
Though I cannot see anything on my screen. Fuck it. With the ads. Whoopsie. Skip. Are we live?
Yeah,
Can you
we are.
see and hear us?
There you go.
Okay. Oh, hey! Greetings, fellow humanoid life forms. Very well said. Okay, let me disconnect from the internet just in case I'm burdening it. Konbanwa. Hello to everyone who is joining. I remember the locations of some of you. So far, everyone. And I hope you are well wherever you're watching us from, either
Hello.
live or the replay.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for being here. And I hope we didn't cause you too much confusion. Just it's summer and there is light for a bit longer outside. We are choosing to not start at 8, but at 9 p.m. UK time. So I hope this hasn't caused too much confusion. Good night there. Yeah, right now it's 9 p.m. In the UK.
Yeah.
So, yeah, how have you guys been? I'm just trying to figure out a few settings here because I see myself in 144p and I don't like that. Higher picture quality. Thank you very much.
Indeed.
How have you been?
Oh,
You still don't have a stomachache?
why?
I don't know, because you're very, critical of other people's food choices. But when it comes to you, you just throw everything on a plate, you gulp it down. I don't know why or how. And then you even have the nerve to criticize pineapple on pizza.
Fuck.
I mean, today I will expose Zombie Sam because of what he just had to eat for dinner. He literally just dropped. She's sitting in front of the brightest light. I don't know. She's weird. That's Vanilla Cookie, by the way. So, yes. So what he just did, he literally mixed. Let me recall what he mixed. So I cooked
Very healthy stuff.
some turkey meatballs with
Yeah.
rosemary and thyme.
Yeah.
And he mixed that with leftovers from lunch that was some Japanese kind of
Vegetables.
chicken salad.
No,
So
it was just vegetables.
It was veggies with the sesame sauce, and then on top of that,
I threw some blueberries.
Yes, and he threw on top of that blueberries.
I couldn't bother with dinner.
And I'm like, should I even bring some kitty shit from the toilet to top it off with? I don't know.
I couldn't bother with dinner.
I couldn't bother. And then why add the fucking blueberries?
Because it's
If you ever
because
criticize
fresh.
again pineapple on pizza,
Yeah,
I'm going to literally shove this video segment in your face.
I do criticize pineapple on pizza.
You literally made a combination from hell. It should have been a federal offense or something.
Sophia, the vegetables
And he takes the super frustrated look.
The veggies, they were already a mix of shit. Whatever mix of shit they do here in England.
What did you say?
The vegetables, they were already a mix of shit they are selling.
They were very, very nice. They were steamed.
Yes.
They were not Japanese, but the shop thinks they taste like Japanese. But anyway, it's okay.
Then they can
but they are nice and fresh and crunchy and.
Yes. So I threw the thing, whatever remaining leftover it was. I threw some blueberries because I needed to get the blueberries for my brain. and the
You could
fucking
have put
protein.
literally. You could have put the fucking blueberries in a bowl.
Yes,
to have
and
some
that
fruit.
50,000 things. There was, we had to go live. So I said, you know what?
And you're so sensitive of the amount of dirty plates we produce every day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was in a hurry. I threw it in. I chucked it in my stomach, and that's it. I couldn't bother.
Yes, and I saw your face literally like,
Yeah, it was disgusting.
you know,
What
you
do
were
you expect?
even you disgusted by your creation. It's like
It was disgusting,
I
but
pulled a muscle trying to
I
impersonate you.
needed protein,
Oh, shit.
fiber, and a bit of carbs. That's it.
Anyway, don't criticize pineapple on pizza again.
I
because
do criticize because I was puking while eating that shit.
I was eating, and who literally who made this mess? It was a mess of your own
I
doing.
still needed the fiber and the protein, so I was in a hurry, and that's it.
Well, let me tell you something. It's not the first or the last time he does that. He literally just throws everything on a plate, and not in a flat plate so they can be separated inside the plate. He throws everything in a bowl, and then he preaches about and criticizes people for, I don't know, dipping their pizza in a sauce or something and doing other kinds of atrocities. When
How is the saying? I don't need to live, I live to eat. It's the
I
other-
live to eat,
Yes, I am the other way around.
you eat to live.
Yes, so I don't give a flying fuck unless we're going, to Italy for a wine. We're doing tasting and shit.
Rotten bullshits.
Rotten bullshit. Right.
Turkey meatballs and blueberries. David, that was not the weirdest thing on his plate. If it was just the turkey meatball and the blueberries, I would not understand it, but I would sort of say, okay, a bit of sourness with the neutral meat, whatever. But the whole thing was stomachache. Yeah, Sam appears to be mixing everything. Oh, hi. She. Yeah, the camera is on now. The kids are watching. The kids are watching. Yes. Yes.
Bunny.
She likes publicity.
Bunny. Bunny. Bunny.
She likes publicity, and that's it. She sees the camera, she sees the lights, and she comes. It's like an invitation for her.
Bunny, do you want to go, little?
And of course,
Bunny,
hair is flying in the air.
Bunny, do you want to
Probably in my tea. Probably in my water too. So yeah, welcome again. And we have just arrived from another trip. We were away again for the third time this summer. Sadly, it was not for holidays per se. So we just came back, and yeah, I would like to hear your impressions about
My ass.
about your ass.
Mhm.
I don't want to hear your impressions or anybody's impressions. Thanks. Why are you frustrated? Were
Go
you?
on.
Huh?
Go on.
Go on about what? Jesus. So, not sure if you have been watching social media, but we shared like 15 seconds, I think, of the new single, which is coming out like in a few days. That's less than a week. It makes me very nervous because there's so many things to do until then. But anyway, so ciao. So yeah, we shared a few sets of the new song, and I would like to hear what you thought about it. Obviously, I understand that it's not that much to go on. However, those 15 seconds that we shared they were from the chorus, so it's kind of like the more punchy, like representative part of the song.
If you listen to
Maybe.
it,
What?
if they listen to it.
What do you mean if they listen to it?
Did you listen to it?
Supposedly, that's what I'm asking. If people have been on social media. So,
If you didn't, go and listen to it now and come back right away.
eh, you're kicking people out. If they're watching from mobile, probably they're gonna.
If you didn't listen to it, you're a twat.
So anyway,
Honey.
so
Honey.
don't squeeze here because she's too loud.
Rob?
This cat,
Bob?
this cat is too loud.
Robin?
So anyway, this new song is going to be the first out of quite a few songs that we have prepared for you, and there is some potentially bonus material that I'm not going to speak about yet, but we are really discussing about how to do them, and we're already working
Wow.
on that material. But
Wow.
I wouldn't like to spill the beans just yet. I need to be 100% sure that things
I'm gonna happen.
will go through.
But
Because it would be very embarrassing to say something. Oh, yes, we're doing something, and then something goes wrong for any reason. It's like, sorry, we're doing it anymore.
yeah,
That would be that.
atrocious.
That would be horrible.
That would be atrocious. Right.
Thank you so much, David,
Thank you, David.
for everything.
David.
And so glad to have you here. I know you haven't been around for the last couple of times, and I hope you and your family have been well. So MW is asking any upcoming gigs. So not in the foreseeable future. And that is because I wanted to focus on releasing the new music correctly. And by correctly, I mean, doing all the tasks that needed to be done. And sadly, because we are an independent and self-funded band, so effectively, the people that you see on your screen, we are doing everything on our own.
Yeah.
And it's been very, very difficult to navigate through the chaos of the past 2 years
Yeah.
on a personal level, on a professional level, as in my other profession, the non-music profession, plus my music profession. It's been hell. So and also my personal health um, kind of issues. So it's been very difficult, and I said, well, we haven't released music in a while, so we're gonna do this right, and then after that we are going to regroup with Lords and Thomas, which are our new session members on drums and bass respectively, and we are going to book those gigs.
Yeah.
Of course. So hopefully we're gonna have a handful of gigs for you this year, and for sure next year too. But for I would like to play few of them this year at least. Probably there will be local in the UK / Europe, but I believe that is a good start. Yes. So what the fuck? I'm choking on my stop, Yalo.
Pandemic.
I choke. No thanks. I'm 100% healthy, but I choked. Probably I said something bad or something.
Honey.
So, just in case, like you haven't seen this, the song obviously is available on Spotify for a pre-save. So we have the pre-save link. So if you haven't done it yet, please pre-save it. If it helps you, I can just pop the link like below so you can see it and pre-save the song. And this, why are we asking this? Effectively, it's because it really helps on the release date. If many people have pre-saved it, it really helps push us and give us more opportunities to end up in Spotify curated playlists, like the official from the platform. And that really, really helps in terms of brand awareness and helping people discover the band.
Yeah.
So So yes, and also if you're not subscribed to this channel, please do. There's going to be a lot more material going on in the next few weeks, months, so on and so forth. Um, Plus, if you are not subscribed on our mailing list, you can already find the link below in the video description, and you can subscribe. Why? Because whoever is on the mailing list is going to get early access on the
Song.
yeah, if you finish that video that you're preparing.
Yeah.
So Sam is preparing a very gorgeous video for the song, like a lyric video kind of. So you're also going to see the lyrics and everything. And he's finishing it very soon.
Yeah.
It's like the style is pretty much done. So you are going to, I think I'm going to share that.
Mm-hmm.
Like a couple of days or at least 24 hours before the release with our newsletter subscribers. So if you're subscribed, just make sure you're getting our newsletters. The last one I sent it 2 weeks ago, I think. So if you didn't get anything from us like 2 weeks ago, you're not getting our emails. So they're either in your spam or you haven't opened the newsletter for a very long time. So you were automatically moved to the unengaged audience. So we're not contacting you that often. We're contacting you just a few times a year. Just to weed out people who are inactive, who are not using their email anymore. You know how it goes. Um, so yeah, just update your contact details, and this way you'll be ready for all the news. The reason why I'm pushing for the mailing list, and I keep mentioning it all the time, is that effectively, mailing list, you own your audience, you own those addresses, and you own your contacts, whereas on social media you're effectively renting the space and you're renting the contacts. You don't own them. So you say the wrong thing, you do the wrong thing, platform collapses, you're off, no contact with anybody ever again. And it's very difficult to come back from that. So this is why, not just for us, like whatever artist you like, just get in their newsletter and just keep in contact with them that way.
You're able to reach them anytime,
Yeah.
anywhere, while really.
Plus, whatever news they have, like you can read calmly in your own time. It's there, an email in your inbox. You can open it whenever you have a moment.
Yeah.
Whereas on social media, everything is so fast, and it's like you keep missing the updates.
You never
So-
know who is on social media, who's managing social media.
And
It's a different tool.
yeah, I've been talking with Thomas about that. He, like a couple of days ago, he sent me some messages like regarding social media, and he reminded me of my frustration about social media. It's like I've been working on these platforms since 2005.
It's a word of mouth. Yeah.
Since 2005, back then when there was just MySpace and Vampire Freaks for the alternative subcultures. By the way, I still have my profile on Vampire Freaks. I just haven't used it in 50 years. So back then, and music forums. So that's how you were getting the word out.
Mm-hmm.
And since then, like so many things have changed, and it's become like a constant fatigue to the point that I really don't feel like posting anymore. It's like, our accounts were growing and we were getting like 10 times the interaction.
Yeah.
And now it's impossible to get that, and you're fighting for scraps. And it's kind of like, although you do not define yourself based on the amount of likes that you get, it's kind of like a buzzkill, because you know that people don't see your content, and you work so hard to create it. And obviously I'm not speaking just about myself, I'm speaking like or so many creators I've been reading and reading and reading,
Oh,
what they're saying all these years, and it's always the same thing.
and before you was not even reaching new content, new audiences.
Hello, Alif.
Um, it was not even reaching new audiences as much as it was reaching your audiences, which is reaching the people you had in, you know, in on your pages, while it became more and more difficult just posting something on your social media and reaching the people that are following you.
Yeah, I mean, it's kind of like a common secret that on Facebook, the people who are seeing a business page, the artist page, business page, content, they are less than 1%.
Yeah.
And I mean, I felt it, when the shift happened, I really felt it. It was like so many years ago, like
It all started.
the reach was much better, and then it fell like to 1%. I'm like, oh,
It
that
all
feels shit.
started. It all started with images
Mm.
saying that. It all started with videos. They started in the beginning. You could reach lots of people with videos, and on Facebook, and then
Konbanwa.
all the other social media followed. So you could reach lots of people on Facebook with videos, and then as soon as Facebook saw that they started restricting.
Video never worked for me on Facebook. It
Wait,
always
wait,
performed
wait,
like
wait.
shit.
Wait for it. So as soon as I saw that there was too much return, then they restricted web pages from reaching too much of the audience, and then that was a disaster. So that's when YouTubers started posting comments, a video in the comment below, and then you were seeing lots of influencers and YouTubers. They were posting a picture or a snippet or a short video, and then they were putting the link first comment below. And this is what was working, but whoever was not had influential power, they were just posting pictures because pictures was still working, but up to a certain point. Then after a few months, they started restricting even for pictures.
It's okay, Dome. You don't need to give us a detailed history of Facebook being jerks.
Anyway,
They are jerks. That's it.
Until Facebook then purchased Instagram, and then became a mess.
And they screwed everything
And
up.
then everybody started mocking like a template, until even Twitter followed, and each and every social media became the same shit. So what you had to do is basically start paying to reach your audience, which is ridiculous. And this is where we are today.
I stopped paying for. I used to pay for Season of Ghosts artist page on Facebook. I used to pay ads like for each and every post for years. I'm not doing it anymore because I don't feel that it gives me any return on
Ads,
investment.
there is a return on investment for ads.
I mean,
However,
boosting the posts, and then I understood that boosting is a big waste of money. And if you're gonna run a campaign, it's better if you run it in a different way. But boosting the posts.
There is a return on investment on the posts. It really depends what you want to generate. However,
I'm speaking about a sustainable daily expense that a normal band who is not Nightwish cannot sustain.
even a smaller band, there is a return on investment. It really depends what you want to do.
Well, we didn't have much of that. So, and that was because Facebook further restricted more things. So it's a bottomless money pit. Instead of chatting about marketing things that people don't care about, just summarize it so people can understand. In my opinion, it's a bottomless money pit, and comparing to how much you put in, you don't get enough out. So I just stopped investing altogether. Obviously, now that the new songs are going to be out, stuff, we're going to do different kinds of campaigns. Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
But my daily content, the stuff I post every day, I stopped. I stopped paying for ads for that.
Yeah.
I, it was not worth it. So someone is asking, Sophia, did you dye and cut your hair too? It's beautiful. No, I actually need to cut it and dye it because I have roots coming out and it's not pretty. Have you guys explored TikTok as a platform? I think TikTok has more audience for now. So actually, I did a thing. I know that we had established before. Who's talking?
Alex.
Alex. Oh, right. It's Alexa. I put a male voice, and it's like I heard a deep male voice somewhere. I'm like, who the fuck is it? It's me setting up the male voice for Alexa. So anyway, so we had established that quote unquote TikTok is a cancer. So yeah, I do believe it's still a cancer, but I try to just keep up to speed with what's going on in the music industry. And long story short, unless we are on there, we are really missing out, and we really cannot do without as musicians. So I made the difficult decision and I joined TikTok. I have not announced it anywhere. I'm just testing things out. I just have a couple of posts there because I really don't know how to use that thing.
Did you
and
join TikTok?
maybe she should. It's right up her alley. Hysteria, short attention span.
Okay.
So yeah, I find it very overwhelming, entering the application, like literally like videos, like you get bombarded with videos, and I just try to push my profile button as fast as I can so I can avoid watching the videos, which I know doesn't make me very good citizen of the platform, but I I don't know. Probably I'm too old for that stuff. I get extremely, I feel the anxiety like with all those 2 seconds, 3 seconds, people doing stupid things, doing stupid dances. It's like pretending to be this, that, whatever. It's just like, I just want to play music. It's like literally just let me just play music. So your hair is wonderful. Thank you. And Vani, you're beautiful. Oh, yes, you are. So TikTok has more audience for now. Yes, it does, and it's clearly winning the game of social media. So while I did make a profile, which I think is Season of Ghosts official, because somebody apparently had taken Season of Ghosts, and I'm like, why you took my name? Anyway, so that's the profile. Don't expect any shit dances or me pretending like a small time comedian or something. Although I do appreciate comedy and stupid humor and sarcasm and all that. I mean, I'm not going to do any forced things just like people do on TikTok and just jump on shitty trends and just do challenges. And I don't know. I'm not Gen Z, okay? I don't understand that stuff. So I think just used post snippet for song into official TikTok. Maybe gather some, like, hey, this is some good stuff. Yeah, that's exactly what I'm doing. I just started posting some. I just started posting some videos in my own way. Now I don't know if I'm using it in a correct way or not. As a marketer, I haven't dedicated time to learn about TikTok, but now that I made the profile, I have to read some material and understand how the fucking thing works. we can perhaps have some fun on there.
Yeah.
Use it in a metal way, maybe. I don't know.
Good.
So if you're on there and if you're watching this, you can follow us. And at some point, I'm going to announce
The
the
lights
profile
are
on
much
social
better.
media. Ella?
The lights are much better.
I don't know.
Hmm.
What is the main demographic of your fans? Young, a bit older, or is it a mixture of everybody? Very, very good question, David. And I realize that I've never talked about it. So our main demographic
Why are you
is.
praying?
I'm not praying.
Why are you praying?
I'm making a point.
You're not making a point.
Okay, namaste. What can I tell you? What
I watch you.
I watch you. I watch you too. And I'm seeing that this thing, it's as if you hanged your fucking umbrella from it. It's like, what the hell is this? Just straighten it up.
It's loose.
This is the dirty laundry of having a band and being a family at the same time.
It's a
So
loose t-shirt.
it's an old t-shirt. So the demographic, it's kind of like 85, 80% men, and the rest is women, and about 5% or about 3% is unidentified
We have
or
identified.
non-binary, trans, whatever, you know, the new identities that are trendy these days. So and regarding ages, most of our fans are between uh 25 and 35, and the next biggest
And-
group is 35 to 47 to 50-ish.
Interesting.
So we are on the higher end of the spectrum, you know, age-wise.
Yeah.
I don't expect it to be otherwise, to be honest.
Nice.
I don't think we speak to people who are like teenagers right now. I think I didn't even speak to teenagers when I was a teenager, for fuck's sake.
That was cute.
I was too broody. I was too broody, and I was like overthinking, and everybody was like, what the
My
fuck is wrong
Spotify-
with this girl?
My Spotify is on Zombie Sam.
What?
Spotify and Zombie Sam. Whenever I had Zombie Sam, it was all teenagers.
It's normal.
What do you mean it's normal?
It's normal because your lyrics, they were kind of more teenager-ish. They were not.
What fucking lyrics? I had no lyrics. Yeah.
That's exactly the thing. If you had no lyrics, that matter anyway. This is you speak to teenagers. Why all those songs that are topping the charts right now? They have I don't know, fantastic lyrics or something. They don't have. They just put them there because they sound good.
Exactly.
They sound it sounds good, you know, when put on that specific part of the song.
That's what
And
music
believe
is
it or not,
about.
guys, this is how plenty of
But this is what music is about.
yeah, how the music industry operates.
Yeah.
They don't mind what the lyric says as long as it sounds good.
It needs to sound good, yeah.
Mm.
That's how I was writing my music. It needs to sound fun, entertaining, and good.
Fun, entertaining, and good. Define good, because for me, good is to actually mean something. And like, I don't know, 10, 20 years down the line, somebody remembers the lyrics and says, oh, okay, that still sounds true to me. That is good for me.
Yeah, I know.
So that is how I create my
but we know
stuff.
that you're overthinker, you know.
Well, at least I'm a good one. I'm a good overthinker.
You know,
I hope.
in 20 years, there might be more teenagers listening to your stuff, you know?
What?
It doesn't mean that, you know, there might not be teenagers that listen to my stuff. That was the point.
I didn't understand any.
If I compose something good up to a certain level of, you know, with the lyrics,
Mm-hmm.
and you get teenagers that teenager grows up and doesn't listen to your music anymore, but you get more teenager to listen to your stuff.
And what?
It's a never-ending cycle. That's the point.
Yeah, this is called I have an audience.
Yes,
So what?
but you are saying that you write stuff
Eh.
that keeps going on, and it has a meaning, and blah 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 blah.
Yes, so the same person can keep listening to your stuff, hopefully,
Yeah,
because
but both points are valid, because even if the person that listens to my music grows up and then doesn't listen to my thing, in 20 years,
and then I'm the overthink.
yes, I'm just showing you how my point is still valid. Doesn't listen to my shit in 20 years, there is another person and picks it up and keeps listening because it's a new generation.
It's a new person.
Yeah.
It's not the same person.
Yeah,
So
and
there is no
and why should I
audience
give a
retention.
Yeah, why should I give a fuck?
A moment of silence for Sam's life philosophy.
It's not philosophy.
Summarized in the short phrase, why should I give a fuck?
Yeah, it's just imagination.
Madonna mia.
It's still a sales funnel. It's just different approach.
That is some hardcore grandpa emo. Age is just the number. I'll be 65 in March of next year. I guess I fall into the old geezer fan category. Um, isn't metal in general predominantly male as far as audience goes? Yes, David, you're absolutely right. And yes, like from 25, 35 might be our largest demographic, but then 35 to 55 or 60, that is our second biggest. So yes, and then after that, the third, it goes from 18 to 25, but we don't go below that. It's
Bob?
Yeah, we don't go below that. So
Bob?
In all the festivals that we have played,
Bob?
and all the shows, there are people like the best, and all the people that stay to mind, like at least half of them were between 50 and 60 something. So yeah, your presence is
Robin?
very much appreciated, because I different ages listen to music in different ways, and I kind of appreciate the nostalgia, because I also have it as a person. I used to listen to my favorite albums and literally melting the booklet in my hands, like memorizing the lyrics and everything, making sure that I had I was preserving the art, and I had like uh, it was a different thing. It's not like I was just listening to the 15 seconds of the viral 15 seconds of one song and then switching to the next song. It's like I appreciate slowness and the culture of slow food, slow life, slow fashion, slow everything. Um, Apart from the brain, that's fast. The rest can be slow. So yeah, I really love connecting, and I can bring many people to mind that are over 50 in our concerts, and they are absolutely great.
Andiamo da quella.
And hopefully, we're gonna see you at some point in the near future
Yeah.
as well. But meanwhile, thank you so much for being a valued member of our online community.
Yeah, definitely.
65.
Ano ba?
That's like my mom.
Ano ba?
Yeah, my parents are that age.
Money.
But I love it that people, push to listen to, and they appreciate music, and they participate in online communities concerning music. My parents have are different people.
Yeah, definitely.
They do not participate in any of that. We are fighting to teach them a bit of the internet, so it's completely different lifestyles. So, speaking about music, lately we've been seeing older songs becoming new life, actually. And we saw that with the first season of Stranger Things. And I don't know if you guys have watched it or you haven't watched it, you liked it or not liked it, but I'm a very, very big fan of the series. And
But you're not a fan of?
what?
But you're not a fan of?
I'm speaking about the series.
Oh.
And I'm not sure how you feel about Stranger Things, but I felt like the fourth season was either the best or one of the best 2 seasons.
Give me a break.
And he comes with his wet fucking blanket and he shits on what I'm saying.
What do you expect? I'm here. What am I here for?
What am I here for? To shit on everything I love?
Of course.
Donna mia. Okay. Enlighten us.
It was not original at all.
Which part of nobody mentioned that they are doing something new? It's like they literally based the series on their favorite influences and they are so proud about it that they actually listed the influences.
Boo fucking who excuses.
What do you mean excuses? You live in fucking 2022. There are not many original things anymore.
They could have invented. They could have come. They came up with something in the first, the second season, the third, and the fourth. You come up with Nightmare on Elm Street copy, and on top of it, you put even the actor. Come on.
If they wanted to copy it in bad faith, they wouldn't have the actor.
Because it was so evident that they couldn't have done anything, you know. Give me a break. The only good thing they've done is put Kirk Hammett in the series.
Well, they didn't put Kirk Hammett, but they put Joseph Quinn, who looks like a young Kirk Hammett, in my opinion, with that wig.
Yeah.
If you've been watching the series, there is one character called Eddie, who is kind of like the local metalhead, and he literally looks like a younger version of Kirk Hammett.
That's what I meant.
And yeah, but I'm explaining because some people might not have watched it or might not like it. So, so you know, you didn't like it.
It was well done emotionally.
It was ridiculously good. What the fuck are you talking about?
Good photography as usual. They deliver everything. However, the story was not original, and I didn't like it.
Is anybody coming into our home?
No, Sophia, it didn't deliver.
Fantastic doors. It didn't deliver.
No, it didn't.
Zombie Sam disapproves.
Yeah, definitely.
Seriously?
Yeah, I didn't get the Cardone.
What?
She even lady's coming. She's coming to comment.
What was the disgusting thing that you just said?
It's a way of saying. It's when you know. No. It's a manly thing. It's a manly thing. It's like doesn't function.
That was very Homelander of you.
Yeah, exactly.
So
Vieni, papà, vieni.
after, you know,
Papino, vieni.
after the season 4 of Stranger Things, we started watching The Boys.
Boy.
Yes, which I'm going to talk about like in just a moment. I just wanted to comment on the fact that we are seeing lately songs that are hello.
No. Stranger Things 4 it was no.
Yeah. We're seeing old songs getting revived, like Kate Bush is Running Up That Hill, which had been previously covered by Placebo, but the original song hadn't been on the charts for like 30 something years, 36 years or something. An excellent song. and a very good artist too.
Vedi,
In general.
c'è un crastoso. Vai a pulirti il culo, papà. dai.
Madonna.
Vai a pulirti il culo. C'è le crostine.
If anybody understands Italian, we are fucked.
I just said that she has a crusty ass.
Can I disappear somewhere?
Give me kisses.
Can I don't know what to say. And the demon is there. There's another demon there.
Bob. Robin. Attaboy. Boy. Come. He's too lazy.
Just sitting here contemplating my life and my choices and existence in general. So what was I saying? So I was saying that also Metallica's Master of Puppets got new life after so many years that it was first released, after it was released. And today I just watched.
Like if it needed really to be revived.
Well, people who are born after a certain year, they were not familiar with Metallica. You know, not to mention Kate Bush. And these people, they got into the charts and they made a ton of money. I mean, for you, it's like, oh, they didn't need it. Yeah, that you say that they didn't need it. Go to a, I don't know, to a 13-year-old, they're gonna know every finished, uncultured, and uneducated fucking rapper, but they're not gonna know Metallica or whatever band that you consider that they don't need. You know, they don't need it. You say they don't need it. It's not like that. It's not like that. There is always someone who doesn't know you. I mean, I'm pretty sure that there are children out there who haven't heard much about Michael Jackson. Whereas for us, kind of like defined in our childhood years or teenage years or whatever, depending on how old you are. Doesn't mean that it's going to be the same. So these people, they've made they are making serious money after the revival from Stranger Things, just to show how powerful that series is. And today I just saw a very nice picture of Metallica with Joseph Quinn, the person who plays that metalhead character and who plays Master of Puppets in the series in one of the episodes. And actually, he did play the song for real, and he was playing it like they were filming that scene like for a whole day. And I know that he was playing it for real, which is makes it all the more amazing.
Yeah.
So let me catch up with what you guys are saying. Okay. I never watched Stranger Things, not yet, but I've listened many people on social media speaking about it, but I don't know. It might not be everybody's piece
Cup
of
of tea.
piece of cake. I was gonna say, where the fuck is my cup of tea? But for me, it has every element.
Boy.
Every element that makes me love series.
Boy.
It's literally created for people like me.
Boy.
So I cannot recommend it more. I really, really love it. So, and I support it 100%. Oh, that's a cat invasion, guys.
Boy.
Yeah, I've had to become a teacher to teach the history of metal to my stepson because of Stranger Things. See, like my point? Yeah, I understand. I understand. Like things that we take for granted, depending on our age, other people, like in newer generations, might not even have heard of them. So it's quite normal, really. And then I was going to talk about The Boys. So I just said, okay, let's give it a chance, because I knew that the last couple of years it kept taking like very favorable reviews. And honestly, I wanted to watch it because I knew that Jensen Ackles is in the season three. Because I'm a very big fan of Supernatural, I wanted to see what he could do outside of Supernatural. So we've watched the first two seasons, and we just started watching the season three.
Honestly, I do
It's
not appreciate the sex
it's
parts.
been a ride. It's a really good series. I understand that they are putting the really raw parts for the shocker effects, and just to retain the what I assume is predominantly male audience. But yeah, it's a very solid series, very well done. And Eric Kripke is the same guy who did the first five seasons of
Oh, they're
Supernatural.
fighting. They're fighting. It got stuck. It got stuck. And he's scared. Where are they? Where are they?
Vanilla and Robin, they are fighting under the table, play fighting. So yeah, the series is worthy of uh, Kripke's reputation, and he's using some actors from Supernatural, which is always fun to watch
Yeah.
and see, the parallels between the two series. So yeah, I'm really looking forward to see Jensen Ackles as Soldier Boy, either tonight or in one of the next episodes. I don't
Yeah,
know.
also because third season is the last one.
No, it's not. It's the last so far. It's gonna be, you know.
Yeah, but it's the last shot so far.
Yes, Jensen Ackles is an actor who played in Supernatural, like 15 seasons of Supernatural. That's another TV series
He played the Smallville.
that ended like 1.5 year ago. And before that, many years before that, he had played in Smallville, the origins of Superman kind of series, which is an excellent series, highly recommended.
Yeah.
He showed it to me, and I was like, fuck yeah, what an incredible series.
That was amazing.
Batman Red
actors.
Hood, yes, 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 he also voiced Batman. um, that's right. History of metal. I remember listening to Alice Cooper, Deep Purple, Led Zeppelin, and Black Sabbath in the late 60s, early 70s. I am so jealous of that. I cannot even describe it. Like literally living in real time the legendary moments of the music industry. It's like so many people that are not alive today were alive back then. I'm not jealous in general, but this is something that I would really have loved to see. Like back then, everything blooming and society was also growing, and it was more hopeful, more abundant.
Why is he pericoloso?
I don't know, don't ask. That's because he's Robin. He's providing constant entertainment,
Pericoloso?
at times horror.
So what else do we have?
So I love Smallville. Yes, it was incredible. And nowadays, Michael Rosenbaum, who played Lex Luthor, who, by the way, is my favorite Lex Luthor ever. He's the Lex Luthor for me. He has an excellent podcast on YouTube, and I believe also on digital platforms. And he makes very interesting interviews, so I watch it quite often.
Mhm.
He's really nice. Thoughts on the Flash? So,
I don't like.
what the party pooper? The first couple of seasons were excellent.
No.
Then yes,
No,
they were very good.
no. Total waste of time. Probably season one was decent.
It was very good season one.
Season
And
two.
season two was good.
Season two. This is a total waste of time.
Anyway, I love I love Cisco, and he left.
Do you want to watch a nice Flash? Watch the one of the 80s, probably. What was it? The 80s, which is the actor is probably one of the old Flash.
What do you mean? Probably one of the old Flash. It's the one of the 80s. It is the old Flash.
He's acting in there.
You mean in the CW, the one?
He's acting in
The dad.
Yeah, he's the dad.
It's the dad.
It's
Yeah.
the dad.
Yeah. It's like a corpse, fresh 2-3 seasons, but later decayed. The dad of Barry Allen. Yes, that's right.
Yeah.
That's right.
That was nice.
So I really appreciate the first 2 seasons. Then I believe the quality kind of.
Yeah.
But I still want to watch the season that I have missed, the number 7. I need to find it somewhere and watch it because it's not on Netflix anymore. Ciao.
Pippa, cos'è questa cosa nera? Sì, are you bringing scarafaggi?
Sì, questo scarafaggio. So my favorite.
No, why are you
characters-
bringing me shit?
My
you
favorite.
have culo scoraggiato?
Domenico. My favorite characters from The Flash are Cisco and Wells in every possible form. Those 2 characters, I believe, they are carrying the entire series on their back, and both of them are not regular anymore, which is not very good news for the series, I'm afraid. And then Killer Frost.
Killer Frost.
These are, I believe, the 3 most interesting characters on the Flash. But in general, like my favorite overall like Arrowverse series is clearly Arrow. That was an excellent series. I really loved it. At some point it made a lump, but overall it was really, really good.
I'm gonna talk about the woke Lord of the Rings. The woke.
What? We are speaking about the Flash and he goes, I'm gonna talk about the woke.
And we're gonna talk about the woke Lord of the Rings I'm not gonna watch.
Well, if you don't watch it and it still hasn't come out, we have nothing to talk about apart from the trailer that is kind of
Atrocious. So, the topic is over here.
he's creating controversy.
So,
Okay, they're gonna shut us down.
So, no, Vanilla. Hey, psst. Don't.
Woke in general, yes. Woke, if we start talking about woke in general, chances are this YouTube channel is gonna stop existing.
I am entitled to say the word woke.
Yes, you are.
So also, furthermore, I was gonna talk about the Sandman, the woke version of Sandman.
Well,
That I might give a chance to one episode, maybe.
well, the point.
You will not force me to watch the rest of the second episode, the third. If it's too woke,
Well, the point.
I cut the cables.
Don't cut the cables because I would like to watch it while doing the cross trainer
Okay.
exercise.
Okay.
Thanks. So
It's not happening for the rest.
the point with the Sandman is that Neil Gaiman himself is watching over the series. So it was he chose. He was involved in the casting, and he chose the people. So if he says so, I cannot do anything else. I'm pretty sure that whoever he chose, he's gonna make sure that they deliver his work the way he wants it to be delivered. Although I'm pretty sure, that studios, in order to tick the boxes, the diversity boxes and stuff, I'm pretty sure that they are pushing productions to
What diversity?
to
Did you
fill-
see the fucking comic?
to fill the quotas and stuff like that.
Kiss my nuts.
But I do understand that I need to survive, so they're complying.
Don't do it.
Either they like it or not, but I'm pretty sure that whoever is hired, they're gonna be hired, and there's gonna be you're gonna be a good actor.
I'm not
So,
saying that.
I trust Neil Gaiman's choices.
I'm not saying that the actors are not gonna be good. I'm just saying that. Do you see the comic?
No, the comic is
Just do as the comic.
It's kind of like my Bible.
Yes, just so see the comic. Do you see the colors on the comic? Just do as the comic says.
Mm.
Just anyhow.
So, based Sam, you're based. Do you know what based means? It's okay. I do. I'm gonna explain later. Sam hates the new series of The Lord of the Rings. Well, I believe that is the overwhelming majority of fans of Lord of the Rings. I'm a fan
I'm a fan
from
of
from back
Tolkien.
from back in high school. I was reading Tolkien's books and everything,
And so did
and
I.
I'm a huge fan of The Lord of the Rings.
I'm
And
a fan of Tolkien.
while I would have loved Amazon to create a fantasy series based on Tolkien's work, but not call it Lord of the Rings or not call it blah, 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 anything affiliated with Tolkien, they did because, the names of the franchise and the names of the authors sell. So they did that.
Yeah.
I mean, I would have loved it if it was just an original script based on whatever,
Tolkien,
general influences.
Tolkien was about art. Tolkien was about poetry. Tolkien was about, that elegant thing that wrote in Lord of the Rings. It was not about Game of Thrones. It was not about sex. It was not about the shit that humans like watching on TV.
Yeah, I'm really preoccupied. If the rumors are true and they put sex in that series, I'm going to be like, I'm not gonna care about any other discrepancy regarding the Tolkien legacy, but adding sex in the series, it's like it goes beyond anything that I can tolerate, and I'm gonna be boiling from anger. Long story short.
Anyhow,
So
I'm not
if
gonna watch.
so if this happens, I'm gonna be very angry. But I guess nobody cares about my opinion.
Yeah, nobody cares.
So yeah,
Whoever likes cannibalism, enjoy it.
cannibalism.
Yeah, the Game of Thrones style.
I haven't watched Game of Thrones, by the way.
Neither did I.
And
So,
every time I said maybe I should give it a chance,
no
and then
thanks.
people were saying it's kind of like softcore porn. There's so much raw violence. I'm like, yeah,
He
maybe
actually
not.
hired some real porn stars.
Really?
Some Aussie porn stars, from what I read.
Okay. Well, I don't appreciate sex on the screen. It's like if you really want to see that kind of stuff, just rent or just stream some legitimate old school normal porn movies, but I don't want it mixed with my normal TV,
Right.
whatever, cinema entertainment.
Yeah.
I find it like I find myself like feeling like a peeping tom, and I don't like that.
My eye.
Some took the red pill. ¿Por qué?
Why did I take the red pill?
You took the red pill.
Oh, right.
That's how they call people who are based.
I think
You took the red pill.
maybe I did.
It's okay. That's a good thing. So, kind of like new Resident Evil. Who asked for Black Wesker? I don't remember. Wait.
No, don't
Wait.
tell me that.
Do you mean I think Netflix?
TV series.
The TV series. We haven't watched that yet.
We got the Black
So
Wesker.
Wesker's black. That he was overwhelmingly white, the typical white piece of shit, in 80s movies. Blonde, yeah, completely washed out blonde.
More Third Reich, you could not.
Yeah, and they made him black. Okay.
Right.
That's fine. New.
I wanted to give it a shot, but
Okay. Lance Reddick is cool actor, but not a fan of Black Wesker. I'm pretty sure that the actors, that they get, that they're super capable of delivering. I'm not saying the opposite.
I'm
not saying the
I
opposite.
have no problem with anybody. I don't have a problem with people, right? And don't get me wrong. However, I'm getting pissed at this woke thing that you know these platforms need to fucking force me. And
Well, it's not just the platforms; it's society that is conditioning
yes,
you to
I don't really
shoving
have
shit down your throat.
exactly what this one doing. Um,
She's
I
running up
don't
that
really
hill.
have a problem with the color of the skin of people as much as people really need to shove me this thing up my, down my throat.
Yeah.
And for
So,
example, Netflix, it's extremely woke. And you know what I'm using Netflix for? I watch shitty fucking programs
the
whenever
floor is lava.
yeah. I watch whenever I have time, and it's like what I finish my day probably 11:30, 12, and p.m. and before going to sleep, I watch 30 minutes whenever if she finishes, and we watch something before going to sleep, and I watch before she comes. I watch what 10 minutes, 15 minutes of some crap like either the floor is lava or Beastmaster, which is something which is like the Olympic Games. Uh, Something
That's the one Stallone
random.
produced.
Yeah, it's like something random. There is no way I'm gonna watch the shit that they are showing down my throat. Now we started doing The Boys. Otherwise, no way I'm watching crap on Netflix. Don't care. They have too much shit. Yeah, we're doing. I'm doing my own DVDs or my own TV series. I purchased DVD. I'm too still old school.
You're doing your own TV series.
Yeah, I mean, I just said I purchase stuff. I'm still old school. I purchase stuff. I had He-Man recently. I'm buying.
I do not understand how you jumped from not supporting woke series to purchasing DVDs.
I said that in platforms they force like in Netflix, it's extremely woke. So I don't do Netflix much because it's extremely woke. So what I do, I usually purchase stuff.
Okay, but what they have on their platform at some point is going to be up for purchase. What do you mean?
Do you mean up to for purchase?
It's okay, drop it. So,
Netflix does not have you do you don't purchase anything on Netflix.
yes, you do. Some series they come out on DVD.
Anything I'm interested, I buy.
Yes, thank you. I mean, anyway, new Lord of the Rings Awoken edition. Legolas would be gay, Gimli is asexual, and Frodo is black bi.
Okay.
I don't believe this is far from the truth that we're gonna get from Amazon Prime's Lord of the Rings, but I guess we're yet to see. Plenty of money has gone into the production. I saw, like in the trailer, it looks like very beautiful, despite whatever
As
discrepancies.
long as
I posted. I posted. I noticed. But yeah, I guess this is not us who are creating it. We are going to see how people are going to respond to it and whether the story will be good. I'm just giving it the benefit of the doubt, although I'm not very optimistic about it. I'm going to check it out and see, but I'm not.
I'm not
having
watching.
high hopes.
I'm not watching.
So, are you guys still having a heat wave in the UK? So,
No.
not at the moment, but it was horrible until last week,
Yeah.
until a week ago or something. But then we followed the heat wave all the way to Italy,
Fuck.
and we were like, it's been the most challenging one summer week I've had since I was a kid. Like back then, there were no like air
Crazy
conditions
shit.
or something, so it was back then a horrible summer, and right now, who? And right now, the past week, I thought I was going to collapse like so many times. It was very, very difficult because in Italy, apparently, people don't have air conditioning. They're just discovering it now, just like people in the UK. So many families have air conditioning.
because it's not warm here,
Yeah.
and the planet is warming up.
So the heat wave is very hot days, very hot temperatures, which is kind of unusual for that place. So, for example, in the UK, usually the summer is like 20 to. Are you ruining our furniture? Um, the summer is 20 to 25 degrees Celsius, which is kind of chilly. So a heat wave here means anything over 30 degrees Celsius. So we had like 40, which was completely unusual. So yeah, I hope wherever you are, guys, that you're not experiencing heat wave or any horrible consequences of the summer, like wildfires. I know some people like they lost their homes, they lost people they love, like so many animals and the wildlife lost. So yeah. By the way, if you are on Spotify and if you enjoy being on Spotify, I made a couple of new playlists. In the past, I used to play a lot as a VJ and DJ of Japanese music. So I kind of like mixing and matching music. So I made a few playlists. One of them is Stranger Things soundtrack reimagined, how I would reimagine, and I used a few songs to compose to make the playlist. And then there is the other one with female fronted metal bands. If you're into that kind of stuff, and if you're watching these, I assume you probably are. So there is one of those, and I will keep renewing the songs in the soundtrack in the playlists. If you have any recommendations and any songs that I should know of and go and listen to, like other artists that I might be missing, just obviously just a message or a comment or whatever you like. I got a sunburn during bike convoy. Now my skin is like ripped apart. Oh, I'm very sorry about that. Just I think yogurt works on um, sunburns. Robin is trying to eat an ice cream. Why are you there? You can switch off your light up there. Yeah. Well, what is this? We have a migraine migraine attack, so he's sitting on this on the side. So whenever I'm out, I always put like 50 SPF on my face, and when I don't forget, I also, you know, even when I'm walking out, I'm putting on my arms because usually they are exposed from wearing t-shirt and stuff. So yeah, just make sure your SPF is in place because the summer weather is not joking.
Boy,
What?
boy.
The boy. So something very interesting I read a while ago. I believe that was in March, and because touring was mentioned. So if you have heard of the band Ghost, so their singer, I think he's called Tobias Forge. I hope I'm pronouncing it correctly. So he was bitching at smaller bands that were canceling their tours out of COVID fears, supposedly. And he said that he was mentioning that the bands were using COVID as an excuse to cancel tours that they thought that would not be that profitable. So if the band announced the tour and on pre-sale not so many tickets were sold, they were coming out and saying that, well, we're canceling the the tour because we are concerned about the new COVID wave, whatever. So he was criticizing those bands and saying that um, they shouldn't be acting in this way because they are screwing up basically all the people who are essential to the touring industry, like the bookings, the bus companies, the venues, and so on and so forth. So there was a bit of controversy there because some people they were supporting his opinion and some people were saying yes, but. So um,
What?
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 Why?
Because he stands on his throne, and it's all arranged for him.
Yes, and that is the argument of the people who said yes, but. And that is what I was going to talk about. So, on one hand, you have, oh, ciao, Robin. Hey, you.
No, no, fuck off.
Hey,
No, no, fuck off.
hey, you.
Okay.
Oh, Madonna.
Boys.
Ah, chicos.
And boys.
So, from the one hand, I fully
He
understand that
speaks easily.
I fully understand that it's very very difficult. Um, like the the touring industry was heavily affected, and we lost many good talents um, during the years of the pandemic. Although right now, the scene is coming back and things are started booming. I saw like many bands are playing in festivals this year and everything. Um, However, I understand how canceling a tour is going to negatively impact um, a whole chain of people. You know, the booking agent and the bus companies and the catering companies, or even the hotels. You know, or whatever you're using for the tour. All the talent that works inside the venues themselves, blah 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 blah, and all the public sentiment regarding the. He was this Tobias Forge. He was commenting about the public sentiment that such a move is creating. It's like if a band cancels and says, "Oh, it's because of COVID." It's like going out and saying to your fans, "Well, it's not safe to go to a venue anymore. So just don't go to concerts altogether, not just to mine, but in general, don't go because it's not safe anymore." And he was commenting that because of the pandemic, um, we created kind of like an agoraphobia, quote unquote, and a germophobia, bacteriophobia kind of public sentiment. So many people are less inclined to actually show up at a concert. What the ad? So yeah, that was his argument, which I fully understand and respect. And what he says is true, but also the other side says is also true. That is why I personally cannot find a very I cannot say this is the correct answer or that is the correct answer. So the other side, they say that, oh, like he's a twat, or should I say like in a Billy Butcher style, but he's a kunt.
Yeah, he's a cunt.
He's a kunt.
Also, because
Um,
he didn't care about the agoraphobia or also bullshit like that. Because look at the numbers. Because I don't see the emotion. Oh, he cares about that. Because what he is really caring is that if other people cancel, what happens to
don't
him is, uh, oh shoot, I don't know what happened. Go away.
Can you hear us?
Hello. Hello.
It's switched off.
I don't know why.
Hmm. Okay, they can hear us. Come made a boo boo. Yeah, that's right. Can you check
battery is there.
The battery is supposed to be doing its job, connected. Is it connected anymore?
Yeah, it's connected. Yeah,
Oh.
it's gone.
Yeah, what the fuck is going on? It's connected?
Yeah.
Then why did it switch off?
I don't know.
Can you see us now?
There we go.
I mean, we bought an entire cable to never run out of battery again, and it just switched off. I'm sorry, guys. Must be the 4 retrogrades.
Yeah.
Fucking planets right now. I don't know.
What I was saying is that if the guys, any band cancels, what happens is that those bands are probably paying for his tour to happen.
And your point is?
The point is that he's complaining, he's bitching about those bands exactly because his tour will not happen.
Um,
And he's like, oh, it's you shouldn't be canceling, it's unprofessional and you blah 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 blah. And he's like, yeah, idiots, don't you see those bands are small bands and of course they're not gonna take risk, but you talk from up from your throne. But if those bands cancel, your tour won't happen because they are paying for your tour, and you know very well how the pay to play works.
okay, I didn't think about that. I thought that he was criticizing bands in general, like not bands that play as support acts to Ghost. I don't know the context, so I'm not gonna pretend and assume stuff that I don't know. But anyway, people
what
who were
agoraphobia and germophobia, it's like at the end of the day, you need to look at the numbers.
so this is the people who spoke against him. They were kind of saying like, yeah, you're sitting up there in your high throne, you're an established band, and you know that you're gonna sell like an X certain amount of tickets, and the tour is gonna go from good to great. Whereas for another band who is fighting to break even, or to not go into debt, which is extremely easy in those kinds of tours, like
You're gonna lose.
usually you're gonna be in debt. Usually you're gonna be in debt. So for this kind of bands, it means surviving or not being able to make music ever again and working a shitty job to pay off that debt created by your band.
So why should I
So-
get on that fucking tour?
So if a tour looks like it's going to be
My last ever
if
tour.
my last tour ever or my last album ever,
Take this.
I guess some bands
Take this,
well-
and why should I get judged from you?
I don't know what kind of bands exactly he was referring to.
Don't care.
I don't know if it was a specific band that they could have afforded to do the tour, but the money was not great, so they didn't do it. In that case, yes, I probably, they were wrong canceling. But if we are talking about small bands, or bands like our band, which is not too small, but it's it goes towards medium. For us, this kind of thing means shoving money down the toilet if a tour doesn't go well.
You can make a tiny mistake and things can go red.
And basically you're not going to be able to produce music ever again.
So fuck it. Even more during the pandemic.
You're going to have to give up, split up.
Yeah.
And we saw this happen during the pandemic with established, good, profitable bands like Anathema.
Yeah. So
that they split up, and it's like I still cannot believe like my favorite band is no more.
Very easy. People up on the boat. Blah 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 blah. Fuck off, mate.
These are opinions, and I'm just bringing the debate here. So
Yeah, but
people
See,
can,
it's from the
can tell us
number
what they think.
perspective. People judging and like.
What do you guys think? I know that we see it from the inside, but you seeing it from the outside. What do you think? If you have any opinion at all. Obviously, I read the article, but I don't know who he was referring to, so I cannot be sure. But I'm just in the topic.
It's
And,
10:30. I need to get back to the video.
You need to get back to the video.
Yeah,
Okay.
because I'm exhausted.
Okay, fine. You're exhausted. Okay, so Zombie Sam is exhausted, and if you guys want to have advanced access to the video, I guess we need to let him go and go and finish that video. Otherwise, I'm not going to have anything to share with our mailing list on the 3rd or the 4th of August. So just to wrap up, if you guys are not subscribed on our mailing list or on this channel, if you're watching and you're not subscribed, please do subscribe. There's going to be a lot more material coming up. If you're not on the mailing list, please subscribe there too. It's the most direct way to support us. And
If you
also,
want
you're
to
going
have a picture of my ass, subscribe to the mailing list.
That's I'm fact checking this right now, and it's fake news. I'm not allowing you any access to our MailChimp account. So
No.
so people on the mailing list are going to get advance access to our
Maya.
new song called "The Great Unknown," which is coming out August the 5th. That's next.
And included with the single, you're gonna get my ass.
Nobody needs your ass. Thank you. Nobody needs your ass. We have enough moons on the cover. we don't need an extra moon, peach, whatever you want.
Can you imagine? I'm gonna send a different cover. I'm gonna add my ass. Surprise!
That's not fun thinking about it.
I'm gonna do it.
That's not funny at all. I don't know. I'm sending the press release now. So you don't hijack.
Hi guys.
You don't hijack my press
How about
release.
we're gonna do this? We're gonna print 15 limited editions, of which one of those 15 Russian roulette. One of those 15 is gonna have in the moons, it's gonna have my ass. But it's gonna be blend, it's gonna be in the masks, it's gonna be done very well.
In the filters,
In
the
the
layers of Photoshop.
Yeah, it's gonna, but you're
Be a Kinder egg.
it's gonna be a Kinder egg.
For the lucky fan who will receive that rare printed single.
It's gonna be perfect.
The best thing about Zombie Sam is that he does not require an audience. He doesn't mind if you don't laugh at his joke. He laughs on his own because he really approves of his jokes. It's like, okay.
It's gonna be a limited edition.
Okay,
it's perfect.
That's fine. That's fine. So,
But I'm gonna do it for real.
Hopefully not.
Why not?
First of all, we haven't printed anything. When? Are you printing the single?
Yeah.
Where? When? How? We don't have time to do that anymore.
I'm gonna do it.
Whatever. He gets inspiration last moment. So I really don't know what to say to that. I don't know what to say to that either. I mean, like, spending time with this person
I'm going.
is a constant mental.
I'm going. You switch off.
Mental.
You end the stream.
I don't know how to do that. A mental assault on all my possible senses. It's like.
You end the stream, okay? All right. Just plug cables.
I'm gonna unplug the cable and then
unplug break the camera.
the manly way. So I'm gonna break the cable.
She's cute.
break the camera, take the stick, do track,
I want to break the stick, break the camera, break the lights.
break everything.
Ti spacco tutto.
Yeah, do everything. Take your laptop, and when the bus is passing, you throw it.
He's been watching too much of The Boys, I guess. They blow everything up. They blow everyone up. They kill everyone. They kill everything. They have weirdest, perverted, fetish vomit scenes I've ever seen. It's. But anyway, apart from that, it's a good series. So, and I really like
Maybe a bit-
Carl Urban since he played in The Lord of the
Maybe
Rings.
I've been living, in England enough. It's like doing this. When the guy that is passing from the pub,
The poop.
the pub,
Mm.
you throw the lights underneath.
And you make a pub brawl after that.
Yeah,
Anyway,
guys.
well, folks, be sure to tune in for the next Bickering Sam with Sophia episode when we'll hear more about Sam's ass. Please no.
I can show you my
I
ass
w-
now.
What?
I can show you my ass now
No, thank you.
for a price.
There is a website for that. It's called OnlyFans.
No,
But
you
if
can
you-
bid here, guys. Start bidding here.
But if you
Let's
do
do.
that,
Who bids more? I'm gonna show you my
if
ass.
you do that, you're gonna be single in 3, 2, 1.
No,
Yes.
no, the guys can bid here, and I'm gonna show you my ass.
I don't believe that there is enough demand for that. I believe you're in the wrong channel for. You can launch your own podcast where you're going to be advertising whatever the merits of showing off your peach or something. So guys, thank you so much for dedicating your precious time to watch this dumpster fire of a podcast. And thank you for showing up, although I know like summertime everybody's on holiday, everybody's traveling and stuff, so I really appreciate that you were here either live or for the people who are going to watch this later. And yeah, next time we meet it's going to be after the release of the single, so just make sure to pre-save it if you're on Spotify, and if you care to do that for us, it really means a lot to us.
And share it with your friends.
Share it with your friends.
Don't they listen to music? So share it.
Don't they listen to music? It's like the most peasant argument ever. Don't you listen to music? Share with my friend.
Fuck it, yes.
Fuck it, yes. I'm gonna share with my friends with a punchline. Fuck it, yes.
Yeah.
Okay, and after this and rare pearls of wisdom, courtesy of Zombie Sam, I believe I'm ready to end the stream.
Yeah.
What if I don't have friends? Well, I guess you don't get to share the fantastic.
If you don't
pearls,
have friends,
that's-
I am really sorry for you.
We can be friends.
I'm gonna send a box
Share it
full
with
of
the cats.
Hitler for you. Those can be your friends.
A culihitula.
No, full of Hitler.
Madonna.
Those can be friends of yours.
How do you call those insects in English? Stinkers?
Stinkers.
Yeah. He's gonna share a box of that with you. I don't know why, but anyway. So guys, thank you, and
Thank you.
I guess we're going to see you in a couple of weeks from now.
Right.
That's right.
Just use the finger.
Yeah. So thank you very much and goodbye. Take care wherever you are in the world, and be careful of the heat wave and I don't know, the stinker insects, I guess.
Ciao. Ciao for now.